Okay, let me just start this off by saying I don't dislike Reece. I don't dislike Nightmare Fuel. I think he's a nice guy. I've chatted with him myself before. There will be a link to the stream where we did chat in the description below. But I just felt that I really needed to make a video, and doing a response video is a good way to do that because it's easy to structure. And on top of that, this video will highlight some differences between me and characters that line up more with Reece. So without any further ado, let's get into this.
They purposely making the innocent weak. My existence on this planet's for you. I ain't only here to benefit me.
The signs that was on the ground after this protest was, "We must protect Mother Earth. We only have one of them." And I just want to show you guys a few of the pictures from this. Just check this out.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. They talk a big game about environmentalism and then they leave all their stuff under there.
Already, I have a headache from these fucking Muppets. My God, what a scandalously desperate and reaching point. Hey, Faith and Lauren, I imagine these signs aren't going to do much to hurt the environment.
And already I think we're off to a good start right here. Okay, look, Reece, their point isn't that, oh, these people love the environment and they litter at all, therefore they're bad. The fact of the matter is you cannot say, I am pro-environmentalism, global warming, I'm anti-littering and all this stuff, and then litter and turn around and say, oh, well, compared to the oil companies, I'm a saint. You know, if you really think that that's a good moral thing to not litter and stuff like that, then by the same comparison, it's like choosing to get beaten to death or getting beat half to death. You wouldn't like to do either one, but compared to one, it's nicer. So that I know what you're going to go into, evil fucking oil companies and stuff, but that's not their point. You know, they're not trying to make comparisons, they're just pointing out the hypocrisy in doing it. And that is kind of a good point whenever it comes to these kinds of people, because the trashiest people I've ever seen in my life have always been pro-global warming fucking Democrats.
Especially when they're being left on concrete and asphalt. They would also do nothing in comparison to the oil companies that you whore yourselves out on camera for to defend week in and week out. And look at that fucking source, Russia Today. Could you people be more evil?
Okay, come on, Reece. We both know that you are smarter than this, okay? You do not attack somebody's source unless the source is incorrect about the information. For example, let's say I was to do some kind of anti-evolution video, and I brought up a source that was from creationistministries.com. Okay? Oh, never mind that creationistministries.com uses actual scientific information and sources, and maybe I use their sources and provide them as a source to come to my own conclusion separate from Creationist Ministries. I'm going to get attacked for using Creationist Ministries sources. But the fact of the matter is, we all know that that is silly and wrong to do, because if the information is correct, the information is correct. And quite frankly, Russia Today is correct. And I don't get your point. I mean, does using a Russian source inherently make them evil? Because I can turn around and say most Democrats are inherently evil because they accept money from George Soros. And you can say that about a fair number of Republicans too, to be honest, but less so than you can about Democrats.
That was, if there was one takeaway, it was that this was a kind of, in a way, I'd say that the undertone was, this was a pro-abortion march, which I found just to be very weird.
You found it to be weird, Faith? This wasn't a pro-abortion march. This is a pro-women's reproductive rights march. Yeah, I fucking wonder why they were protesting for that. It's only because it's been the intention of the Trump administration to drastically cut back on those services.
Okay, first off, the thing of the matter is that there's a big difference between reproductive rights and abortion. Okay, I outright believe abortion is murder. Look at this here, okay? At what point is this a life? How about here? How about now? Now it really starts to look like a human, okay? What about here? What about when it's moving around and sucking its fucking thumb? This thing is a human life the moment it has potential to achieve things in life, okay? The moment that thing is truly fertilized and starts growing, it's a human. And you can't say, oh, well, it's a part of the mom. Yeah, no. It's got its own separate DNA. It's got its own separate genetic code. It's not its mother. It's not its father. It is its own individual human life. Okay? And exactly what services would they cut back on, okay? Giving a bunch of money to Planned Parenthood, all of their services from fucking, the condoms and shit you can get in anywhere else in this world. You can go down to the store and buy a $6 pack of condoms. You know? Birth control can literally be as cheap and as expensive as you want it to be. From $10 a year sometimes to $350 to even more if you want it to be. That's all in your choice. It can be free if you just don't take your pants off. What else? Pap smears and all that other stuff. Yeah. Most of that's covered by health insurance. If you're that concerned about that stuff, get health insurance that covers that. Okay? Then, again, it becomes anywhere from $10 to $500 depending on your choice. What about STD testing? Oh, well, again, that can be about as cheap or expensive as you want it to be. Anywhere from a $10 copayment to $500 or $15 out of your pocket personally if you want to pay that much and go all out with every single test they have. The fact of the matter is, if you can't ask somebody, do you have an STD, and full-heartedly believe that they're telling you the truth, maybe you shouldn't be fucking them, okay? Maybe you shouldn't be sleeping with them. But the fact of the matter is, Planned Parenthood, which is the only thing they're looking to take money away from, does not provide any kind of unique services to women, okay? So that's kind of a silly, moot, non-point.
Do you think they're not going to go for that? Really? With fucking evangelical Mike Pence as VP, you think they're not going to go for that? This completely logically follows, and of course people are protesting this, but look at this. She is attempting to smear the people at this protest. Well, I found it kind of weird they were pro-abortion. That's kind of icky. That made me uncomfortable. Fuck you, Faith. They're also out there protesting for your ability to do that in case something goes wrong in your sex life.
Okay, this is something I really don't like. In case something goes wrong with your sex life, okay, there's something people need to understand. Whenever they say, oh, it's a reproductive health issue, or it's because in case something goes wrong with your sex life, that's a lie, okay? The great vast majority of abortions have nothing to do with health issues or something going wrong with your sex life, like rape or incest, possible death to the mother, stuff like that. The vast majority of abortions are because the baby was inconvenient to their life. These people, for the great most part, are not pro-abortion. They're anti-consequence. There is a difference, okay? And if you're capable of reproducing and having a baby, you're not having reproductive health issues. In fact, your reproductive health is doing quite fine. And there's another point here, okay? What you don't seem to be getting is that this woman is anti-abortion. A good number of women are anti-abortion, okay? So she has no reason to beg for their happiness, for them to be pro-abortion, to beg for the fact that they're doing this, happy with joy about it, okay? She's anti-abortion. A lot of women are, and for good reason. Okay, after this he kind of goes on to talk about other stuff, but before I leave, I'm going to hit his one last point about what he said about them trying to overturn Roe versus Wade. Okay, Congress cannot do that. Senate cannot do that. Trump cannot overturn Roe versus Wade. The only situation in which a court case can be overturned would be in the court and a counter lawsuit against it. And quite frankly, it's never going to get past the Ninth Appellate Court in such a case, okay? And even if it did get up to a Supreme Court that was incredibly Republican, I really doubt they'd overturn it because of the fact of the matter is that courts love precedents, okay? All right, after this, he goes on to talk about other stuff in the slandering of Scarlett Johansson, which I really don't care about, honestly. This is just a few points I wanted to hit on. You know, I fucking hate Planned Parenthood and abortions in general. And I don't like the spinning of abortion as a woman's reproductive rights when really this should be about the rights of the unborn child. Alright, Reece, I'm not trying to start shit with you. It's just I felt these were some differences between you and me. And so, you know, just an exchange of ideas. Maybe some people on your side agree with me. Maybe some people on my side agree with you as far as our channel subscribers go. And just want you to know I still think you're a cool guy. Later.
Most of you chumps running around here ain't never had strict parents. Still you out in these streets thinking you hot as can be, without the knowledge to lead, so you just follow the sheep. You been brainwashed by a fake life that you used to live in. Yo, society's got you living for a whack cause you're a fucking adult with no skills at all. You don't read any books or play ball, you don't draw, you literally do nothing at all. Your lazy ass don't commit to labor. You pick something up, try it out, and put it down 2 minutes later. Then you complain about your life cause it ain't getting catered. Now whoever tries to call you on your bullshit's a hater. They purposely making the innocent weak. My existence on this planet's for you. I ain't only here to benefit me. Yo, we need to make a change while there's still time. It is hard, and sometimes I struggle trying to reveal mine. I can guide you if you feel blind. I just need you to be willing to journey into my ill mind.